Kenyatta back with you. Another episode of Life Imitates Art. This is episode number 17. This one features Leff's album Thou Shalt Not Kill. This album was a deep one for me to review and go over the creation of, because the title track itself of the album, Thou Shalt Not Kill, is based, as I mentioned in a previous episode of Life Imitates Art, the very first episode actually, is based on my cousin Gwen, whose life was cut short by her boyfriend. And the story is deep, but we'll go over that and we'll get into that in just a moment. This is Leff's third solo album. It features 7 tracks. One of them is a remix. And so we're going to begin this episode with the very first track. This track is called It's Not That Serious. And as usual, all of these tracks were remade. As far as the instrumentals are concerned, Q and I remade them and created something for us that was more magical as a final product. And Leff is the main artist, as I mentioned as well. And so let's get into it. This is It's Not That Serious, and I'll come back with a few comments.
The Keymaker.
Listen, yeah, I was born and this is me. But I ain't choose life, homie, it chose me. So I'm HOOD, back on the low key. Black ski mask and move crack by the OZ. Beat him on the baseline left. Look in my face, I'm deaf. Plead the fifth, I ain't waste my breath. I hustle hard till it ain't nothing left. Reestablish connects. These niggas mad cause I crash on sets. Bitches mad cause I don't ask for sex. Put something black in the neck. You know Dutch just stay clapping a tech. Enough of that, I won't speak no further. Cause all of my beef will end up in murder. I went left when the fork in the road came. Fucking with code names, clutch when it come to the road games. Niggas upset like left in their hole, man. I time to the track and I ain't talking about Soul Train. Can I kill you if you front on the brick? Front on rock, front on Dutch, or anyone in the clique? And don't matter what it is,
It's Not That Serious. Leff recorded this one in Obrist, the previous studio of mine, and it was just he and I in the studio. And that beat, the original beat that he recorded it to, he really liked that beat. This was one of Leff's favorite beats. Leff really liked that beat, and that's why he chose to deliver his rhyme over top of it. But for me, again, it just didn't sit well in my soul. I didn't feel like it was creative enough. And it just didn't have that appeal that I was looking for, even though I made the beat myself. And so I called upon my brother Q, and Q came through with the fire, as usual. That's what you got right there. Leff was exuberant, his vibes were high, his frequency, his energy, everything was up. So we just created another one verse wonder where you take the listener on just a quick ride and hit them with impact, sudden impact, and then move on. And so here we go. We're moving on to track number 2, and this one is called Thou Shalt Not Kill. Thou Shalt Not Kill is a story about Gwen, who again is my cousin and Leff's cousin, whose boyfriend took her life one night and took an angel away from all of us. Leff says, life ain't what it seems. Life certainly isn't what it seems at times, and you have to find a way to cope with the good, bad, and the indifferent, and find happiness within not only yourself, but within experiences that happen around you, even when it's hard to. And the happiness that we chose to search for was the creation of this song, Thou Shalt Not Kill, in honor of our cousin Gwen. And this is how it sounds.
life ain't what it seems. Some become fiends. Niggas is riding clean on the strength of a triple B. But they done bought souls, same time they sold their own. Niggas is holding chrome, yeah nigga, just hold your own. The Lord says, thou shalt not kill. And remorse says something thou shalt not feel. For the nigga that took my cousin, I'm missing you now, but I'm wishing I wasn't. But life goes on, we stay strong. I know you're real happy up there with your mom. I never said goodbye, sorry I missed your service. But everything that happens is for a purpose. And now we all know what your worth is. We know what your worth is. know what your worth is. Now we know what your worth is. Come on. Yeah. Now we know what your worth is. I got it. Yeah, we know what your worth is. I got it. What your worth is. Yeah, I got it. Now come on, little man here.
That's Thou Shalt Not Kill, and that is the title track of the third solo Leff album, which is called Thou Shalt Not Kill. And we just hope that Gwen somehow, some way recognizes our love for her and that we're not going to let her memory die. On to track number 3, Run Wild featuring Pupil. One of my favorite tracks because the way that both Pupil and Leff ride this beat is just glorious. It's like, to me, it reminds me of how Method Man approaches his tracks. He just glides all over the beat and just smooths it out, makes everything seem seamless and cohesive. Makes it feel like a complete song. And that's what Leff and Pupil did on Run Wild.
Run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, just let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, just let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild. Records and radios, worst case scenario, might have to infiltrate disc jocks at the station so they could get a glimpse of the piece of the project. Shake their hands to the music like it's highway robbery. Let it spark your brain cells like fire starters. Real recognize real, nothing gonna stop these artists. So take your devilish plans out of your pocket. Behold, we insert a new vision in your socket. Cash will come, cream don't wait for no one. Neither does life, son. Shot clock finally done. State of hip hop changes, we like perfect strangers. Golden moments like this is God's graces. Skating over tracks with 2 figure eights, pace picks up when you need food on your plate. Living on earth chasing. Some say make haste. I don't got time to waste for things I can't take. Just let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, just let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild, let it run wild.
So that's Run Wild. That was Pupil, who you just heard. And that's, hopefully you got the example I made an attempt at it describing earlier about how the flow on the instrumental is just, it's like a surfer riding a wave. And when they catch that perfect wave, one of those type of moments. And I gotta give the highest respect to Pupil, and when you listen to the full track, Leff as well. On to track number 4. This is called Pain. This is it's just self-explanatory. It's a description of Leff going through turmoil and turbulence in his life and pouring it out all over the track. Let's just get right into it. Pain.
I don't respect you niggas. I don't respect my. How the fuck am I gonna respect you niggas? Shit, I'm taking over shit right now, man. I'm giving them real rap, reality
This is
rap.
pain.
Fuck them. Yeah.
The key maker.
Never gonna stop. This is pain. This is pain. This is pain. I stand alone outside when it rains. All the frustration, anger inside of my brain. On the bottom of the bottle and I'm hiding the pain. Lost on the subway, riding the train. Made me wanna touch something like Saddam Hussein. Nigga locked up, cops got him again. I got a plan, I'ma use lawyers to get you free, blue. I thought I saw you in my dreams, giving me knowledge. Back in Kansas when I was in college. T in Nebraska, running for Hastings. Took for granted all the time that I've wasted. This is reality, might as well face it. I might take a life, but can never replace it. Can never replace it, never replace it. Yeah, can never replace it. This is pain, this is pain.
We gotta move straight to track number 5. This one is called The Devil's Advocate. Q came through with the incredible instrumental and also the clips that you might hear, that you will hear in the song from the movie The Devil's Advocate. And spiritual, features Pupil, a very spiritual track about not being willing or being unwilling to sell your soul to the devil. And that's a real thing. And I'm pretty sure in the climate of the entertainment industry today, more people are aware of this fact that there are some corrupt forces out there that will take your soul from you. And it's up to your self-discipline, dignity, your morals, ethics, and values to maintain your focus, maintain your course and your chosen path, even though it might be narrow, to remain astute and confident in your own abilities and your own willpower to climb to the top of the mountain in the absence of the almighty dollar, as they say. Devil's advocate.
This is some pitch, all this. You must need me pretty bad. What do you want?
We negotiating?
Always.
Yeah.
Yes!
What do you offer?
The kingmaker. Everything. Anything. What do you want? How about bliss?
Leff.
Start. Instant bliss.
Yeah.
Bliss on tap.
Yeah. He told me
Bliss
some I
any
sold
way
to
you
the
want
booth.
it.
The devil Rockwell telling Ralph Lauren suits. Told me if I did, he would cop me that coupe. So I spit it raw shit, what more could I do? Niggas devil worshiping for jewelry purchases. Me, I'm just trying to find out what my purpose is. Poor in the material world, what type of curse is this? Nobody cares what's beneath the surface, kid. I'm guilty for the fact that I packed that GLOCK, matte black. Blow the brains out, any nigga tryna stack. All for the love of the money, and that's a fact. Drowning in my sin, shit, where do I begin? Booth where I confess all the evil that's within. Enemies wondering where the hell he been. Fighting for control of my soul, the hearts of men. Easily possessed, shit, currency talks. Through a forked tongue, no slither, currency walks. 24/7, man, that currency breathes. For that currency, a lot of niggas currently bleed,
Hey, I'm on
yeah.
your side. You're lawyer.
Devil's Advocate, and it features Pupil. Track number 6 is a track called Time Travel. It features Living Soul, and verse 1 is Leff going through the black cloud over your head, and at certain times in your life you feel as though you're the most unluckiest person, or you might have the most misfortune out of everybody you know or don't know. You just feel as though you're cursed and there's nothing that can go right in your life. And once again, you've got to find a way to pull yourself out of that imprisonment of the mind. Search deep within yourself inside to rise above and to know that, as Pupil said, you can't doubt that when you fall, that you won't rise again. And so this is Time Travel by Leff.
The kingmaker.
Yeah, it's one note, yeah, yeah, it's one note, yeah, it's one note, yeah, feels like everything I do is cursed, like there's a dark crow waiting at the crossroad, funeral in church. Now my brother, when I'm doing it hurts, how they put you in the earth. I feel brand new with you on the shirt, it still hurts, I don't wanna die before my time, I don't wanna hear my mama cry. Black suit and tie laid up in the casket, I'll die a bastard, hoping I burn my sins for the days that I fasted. Listen, look how long that we lasted. The trials and tribulations of them slave ships calling them massive. The world's worst natural disaster, still feeling the effects. What's next? How long will this last for? Cause we ain't been right since the motherfuckers used to beat us with their nightsticks. Baby mamas feed out from the right fix. They call me nigga, so I'm gunning for them white pricks. Y'all eat a dick.
Third eyes begin flickering, black rose start beckoning,
Final track
rekindling the light.
from Thou Shalt Not Kill. Leff's third studio album is called Leff, which is the spelling of Leff's name. And Leff breaks down each letter like an acronym and describes what the L, the E, the F, and the F represent. And it's very creative. I'm very proud of the work that he did, because you couldn't just freestyle something like this. You'd have to sit back and put a lot of time and effort and thought into, and energy. And I mentioned previously that Q and I had a hard time getting this instrumental together to make it mix well. This is the instrumental I was talking about. This is the one that we fought relentlessly to make work. This one is called Leff, the remix. The original Leff song is on Leff's first album, which is self-entitled Leff. But this version of it is our crowning moment. This is the one where both Q and I were extremely excited about. I believe a tear came from my eye when it was completed. Leff remix.
Leff, Ellis for this life I lead. For the pain and the struggle and the nights I grieve, my nigga Leff. E is for the end of my life, or for the shank that I hold when I'm ending your life, my nigga Leff. F is for the finishing touch, cause ain't the bullets that'll kill you, it's the nigga you trust, my nigga Leff. Tears for them tears I cry, cause none of us know where we go when we die. I've been down on my knees, of course, I don't need these whores. Ask Allah what you need me for. Said you all the game needed more. Fuck convenience store, stick up kid cause we was poor. Trying to make $1 out of dime and a nickel, but it seemed kinda hard when they trying to get you. I done been to hell and fact, to hell and back. Made it up out the hood, then fell right back. Back to the snakes and the rats. I was mistaken perhaps for a nigga who ain't stating the facts. Pour my heart out when I'm making these tracks. I ain't never been ashamed to be black. My girl mad cause I'm packing the thing. A 40 and a blunt on the back of the train. Left impact like crack to the brain. Get them all fucked up, come back again. Left Ellis for this life I lead. For the pain and the struggle and the nights I grieve, my nigga Leff. E is for the end of my life, or for the shank that I hold when I'm ending your life, my nigga Leff. F is for the finishing touch, cause ain't the bullets that'll kill you, it's the nigga you trust, my nigga Leff. Tears for them tears I cry, cause none of us know where we go when we die. Yeah, I put drugs on the strip.
Leff remix. That concludes the Thou Shall Not Kill project. It was released, just a couple final notes, 2024, July. And it was a triumphant moment because we were halfway through the year, but we were nowhere near close to how much work was ahead of us. And so we put our heads down, our noses to the table, and just focused on the task at hand.